6 feet, going deep. It's Notorious with
Space Jones.
yeah. We out here today. What do you do? Tell us what you do.
I'm a filmmaker. Also work in music videos. I do pretty much everything: editor, director, writer, cinematographer, and yeah, man, just out for everything. Just creative in general.
It's cool. What about your early life? Tell us about that.
I grew up out here in Kendall. Actually, I grew up I grew up by A Street, like Corway.
Uh-huh.
I grew up in that neighborhood, and when I was 7, we moved out to Kendall. So it's like a real towny vibe out here. Probably saved my life, who knows?
Right.
A Street is ratchet, you know.
What was that? The neighborhood you told me it was.
The what?
It started with a P, right?
Oh, Panache.
Oh yeah, Panache.
Nah, we ain't blowing all that up.
I know, cause I was talking to Johnny earlier, and I was trying to tell him, but I forgot.
Oh,
I forgot the name. I was like P something.
But he be promoting it. I guess I promote it too, cause we do a lot of skits and stuff. So we always, I guess we talk about it. We're like, yeah.
Oh, he does skits too.
Huh?
He does skits too.
No, I be doing skits with my friend Jesse, poetic_J, and he does Instagram skits. So some of them get millions of views. And people be telling me oh, I see you putting on for Panache and shit. But I'm just I don't know, that's just he lives out in Key West. Oh no, my bad. West Palm. So he be coming 2-hour drives to come out here to Kendall to shoot, and we be bringing everybody and just shooting all in my neighborhood. So we've been putting on, you know.
Yeah, who have you shot? Who have you shot for?
Who shot for?
Yeah.
Music videos or?
Yeah, music videos.
Music videos, I shot with Mikey and Canvas from No Fiction. I shot with Shuttle Life. Shot with David Smith from Overtown. Who else did I shoot with? Edo Star, that's my friend Edo. He's crazy. Who else did I shoot with? I shot with Lower Letter.
With Nagy?
With Nagy. Yeah. Nagy and Lower Letter is the same person. It's crazy.
Yeah. He just goes by different names.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, I shot with Ion, Giant Joe, TBC.
Oh yeah, those the videos.
Yeah, I shot I shot a lot of videos with them, their first videos and everything.
How was it shooting videos like that? What's the biggest one you think you've shot so far?
I shot a video. I went one of the earlier music videos I worked on. I went to Maryland with one of my friends, Wayne, and we shot a video that it was for artists out there, and it was featuring ASAP Ant, and it was a big video, but they ended up taking it down. It was called Gush just because the artist went crazy and
for it? What?
Yeah.
It was copyrighted or
no? It was original. He was 16. He was talented, but I think he was just too young when he started going crazy. And he just deleted all his music.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
What do you do in situations like that where it's you do all this hard work, but then someone's I don't like anyone that just did it?
For me, because my boy, I just gone to Maryland, and so I was just there to see what's good with him, and he was kind of inspired by the things I was doing. So he set it up with the kid, and he was trying to manage him, and then basically the kid ended up hitting up ASAP Ant from the ASAP Mob, and he got a feature price, and they did the feature and all that. So he just told me yo, we're gonna be shooting a video, and I was better with the camera, so I shot the video.
Yeah.
And he ended up editing it. So I didn't really handle it, but I was oh, dope. We're getting attention, and it was cool. It probably got some blogs and stuff, but yeah, I just keep grinding, but it helped let people know I was out here doing music videos. So
yeah.
when I came back to Miami, I was yo, I want to do that too. I want to do what my friend did, because my friend was networking with Wale's cousin that was trying to rap. He was networking with a couple people, out there, and he was just yo, when I got here, I was just I'm just gonna hit up every rapper, shoot videos, just get into the scene. So I was when I come back to Miami, I want to do the same thing.
Yeah, get known.
Yeah, I want to
your name out there.
Whoever's out in Miami that I felt was doing something, I wanted to link with them and just put in some work so we could all grind together and build sort of a name, So when I got back, I was yo, who's popping out in Miami, who's doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I tried to figure out the scene and figure out who was out here,
What do you think of the scene?
The scene's building right now, but it really to me it just started like this internet scene and the new people that people know on the internet now.
Mhm.
It kind of started like right when I was starting, you know.
Around
Like,
like
yeah.
2012 is kind of, or like a
Yeah, like around that time. Yeah, because before that you only had like the old heads, like, you know,
Yeah.
Trick Daddy and
like,
Pitbull and stuff.
DJ Khaled and stuff
DJ
like that.
Khaled
Rick
and like,
Ross.
yeah, and that's old Miami. So like now we got, you know, all these internet people, and that kind of started around that era that the internet came out, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like right like after I was in high school, you know, that's when we started getting like rappers, especially Kendall rappers, you know.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but a lot of the people who were popping out here are from Kendall or been in Kendall and stuff. So like, I started trying to link with people, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I used to have a studio in my crib. Like people would come to my house and try to record and stuff. So there were a couple people that like came through just to record, and one of them was this guy Mikey Marriott from No Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So like he came to record or whatever, and I was like, damn, he's really good. Like, like I was like, cause some people were garbage, and I was just like,
Yeah, you just
I was
like,
like, whatever, you know. But then he came through, and he was like down to pay, but I was like, man, even though you're paying and shit, like I'm telling you, like you're good. Like you should, you know, go to a better studio, cause
Yeah,
I
like,
can
yeah.
mix, but like not as good as a studio, and I think you're ready.
Yeah.
Like he was spitting like Nas, and I was like, damn, like nobody in Miami's really spitting like that at that time.
Yeah.
2010 or 9 or something.
Everyone is do you think a lot of people were like trying to be rappers like now, or like it was like a lot less?
There wasn't that many people that were trying to be rappers. There was a lot of hood rappers, which are just regular people, you know. They're
Yeah.
not real rappers. They're just people that rap.
But they
You know.
couldn't really think that like it was gonna go anywhere.
Yeah. So his brother, his younger brother was Canvas, and Canvas was part of like the Village South, like the Shuttle Life, like all those people that were with Metro Zoo and stuff.
Yeah.
So Mikey ended up going to record with Lower Letter, but I didn't talk to him for like a year or two. So I didn't know what was up to him, but I'm like, yo, when you're ready, hit me up. I'm down to shoot a video, you know.
Yeah.
So later on, he hit me up and he told me like all the stuff that was going on. And I was like, that's great, you know.
Hmm.
But you know, it's crazy because a lot of the people that started building, they didn't really they weren't able to cultivate into like money and stuff like that. Like, and then by the time all that stuff started like going away, then you got like Puya started coming out, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah. It's tough. It's like even with the people that started it, there was a divide between like the people who started the scene and then the people who sort of popularized the scene.
Yeah.
You know, and now you got people like, you know, Extension and Kodak Black, and they don't have even really like any connection to these people. You know.
Yeah, they just did their own thing.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like it's like more important for like artists to like branch out here where they came from, or like go out, like, you know, like, cause like that's how Puya did it. You know, he went out to LA or
Yeah.
like all those other states, and he came back and he was like famous here. But X, he did it here and then he branched out other places. So,
Yeah, I mean, my main thing is to try to support your hometown and try to be as big as you can here first,
mhm.
you know, and represent your city. Just because there's a lot of originality in your hometown. If you search, like you're gonna find things that are different from other places, and it makes you original,
Yeah.
you know. But at the same time, the city is weird, where it's like there's a lot of like animosity amongst locals. It's like, nah, forget him, you know. He lives in, you know, man, I went to Varela with him. Who cares, you know?
Yeah.
It's like people hate on each other just because they know each other, which is so
it's
stupid.
like, it's
you know?
supposed to be the opposite. Like if you know someone, like, you know, you should
You're
work.
supposed to be surprised, like damn.
Yeah.
Like when I was first introduced to Puya, like I was in a car with my boy Edo, and this kid in the backseat. We were just taking home. I didn't know him. He's like, "Yo, you guys like rap, right?" And he's like, "Let me ask you a question. Yo, tell me if you think this is good or whack." And he just played this, you know, and I was just like, yeah, like it was funny, but it was like two booty girls dancing. It was like early stuff that he dropped when he was skinny and white.
Yeah.
He looked 14, and I was just like,
When he had like the long hair and everything.
he was young. Like this was like Goofy Goober's time.
Yeah.
So like yeah, like I was just like, yeah, like well, we were listening and it was like, oh, it's like that Bone Thug style. And then we were like, I think it's cool. And then my boy Ed was like, I don't know. Then we saw the video and like, oh, that's what he looks like. And it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna blow. He's big, you know.
Yeah.
But it was different, you know. And it was, I don't know, like I could tell like that was something, but I could tell that also that he was gonna receive a lot of hate from people just calling him, you know, a little white kid or something.
Yeah.
And it sucks because that's the thing. But I think with this new generation, people like things that are that different.
Yeah, it's like more accepted now.
Yeah, they like that. They like somebody rapping hard that's like small and scrawny.
Yeah.
You know, like it's part of the aesthetic of what people like. You know.
But why do you think that is?
Because they're tired of real street people. You know, out here it's like we've seen that too much. You know.
Yeah.
It's like they're tired of the same old thing, so they want to see somebody who's different or honest. You know, like somebody who's like not like everybody you've seen before. You know. So
that's true.
Yeah, and yeah, man. So like, yeah, I seen that like grind and stuff, and.
But what about like when you're so different, like you're the same? Like if everyone's trying to be different, do you feel like sometimes it comes off as like, oh, they're just like being like the next person trying to be different? You know what I mean?
Not if you're being yourself. Like you can't fake being different. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you can only be like, well, you can't fake being original. You know, like if you're being you, you're gonna be different.
Because I hear a lot of people like, you know, they try to sound like X, like half they sound like, you know, like the distorted and screaming, and they're like, oh, you know.
But that's not
stuff like that, you know?
that's not what makes him original. What makes him original is the way he communicates with people, like his personal aesthetic, the way he looks, the way he talks. Like those are things that make him original. Not the way he mixes his music. You know.
Yeah.
That's just a garbage mix. Like anybody can make a garbage mix. It's about having like quality and something to say under the mix. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the thing. Is like, it's just being an original person, like a genuine person, you know. I think what made Puya original was his personality, you know. He was really big on Snapchat and that, so you got to see like, oh, he doesn't take himself that serious, you know.
Yeah.
He's cool with the memes. He always style on Fat Nick and stuff. So it created a dynamic where it was fun. It wasn't like we gotta be hard and we gotta look cool. Like people want to flash money and be cool, but like they got different swag, and it's, you know. It's important to be yourself. Like people will see through you, even if you're trying to be fake different. You know.
Yeah.
They'll see through it, and they're just like, oh, you're just trying to be different because everybody's different now.
Yeah, because I also hear like a lot of songs now, like they will rap on like trap beats, and everyone's like, it's like cool to be broke now, pretty much. Like everyone like wants to, yeah, like so. I feel like, you know, like because a lot of people, you know, they do rap about like having money, but now since everyone sees like, oh, you know, it's about being yourself. I have no money. Let me rap about being broke. But then everyone's rapping about being broke. So.
You got to be a scientist, you know? It's like you have to dissect what it is that makes you original and really like attack it. So it's not being like, I'm broke. You got to be like, you got to describe being broke and how that's different than what you've heard, you know?
Yeah.
Like you got to be specific. If not, then nobody's going to know, you know? If you're like, oh, like I took a bath with no water, like it's like, all right, that's something, you know?
How did you get into making videos?
I've been making videos since like I was a kid, bro. Like,
for real?
Yeah, like my dad had like a little camera, and he had like a 8mm camera with the tape, and like I wanted to see this movie called Flubber with Robin Williams, and like the movie wasn't out. Yeah, the movie didn't come out for like a year, but I was like, I want to see this movie, so I didn't want to wait. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna make the movie myself.
For real?
Yeah, so I got like green Jello, and I got like green soap, and I tried to make the flubber myself, and I put it in front of the camera, and I was like, yo, fly, bro, like do something, and like it was just you know, stuff.
It was like claymation, kind of that you're doing.
Nah, it was just like I was probably like 7 years old. Like it was just like, you know, just putting it in front of a camera, just seeing what's up.
You know how to use it, the camera?
Yeah, just press record and stuff, but it wasn't like any way to edit it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just record. Then my friends used to come over and we used to do we just like film stuff, like film skits and stuff like that. And then like later on, we just started doing like music video type thing. You know, we get like play the song and, you know,
like
pretend to rap and stuff.
Other people's like songs?
Yeah, that's when we started, like my friend Edo and stuff. Like we right when YouTube started, you know, we stared posting material on YouTube.
Edo Tensei?
Nah, his name is Edo Star.
Oh, okay. Cause I know a videographer named Edo Tensei. He does like AMVs and stuff.
The who?
He does AMVs, the anime music videos.
Oh no. No, my friend Edo, he doesn't really do that much, you know. He's just a white kid with glasses, and like he was my friend that I used to sell like mixtapes to in school.
Yeah.
So like I used to make, like I would make him, like he'd give me money, and then I'd be like, hey, if you really want this Young Jock CD, you gotta dance for it. So he would like dance to it and stuff, and I filmed it and I put it on YouTube, and people were like, oh, that's funny.
For real?
Yeah. So we started doing like videos, like music video type stuff. Like we would like record like sort of like parody videos, like unofficial videos, and we put it on YouTube. And like we were really into hip hop, so like little by little we would do like parodies and stuff. So we did some parody, like we did a parody of like you know how like the Sway Morning Show is?
Yeah.
They had like people rapping. So there's this rapper like Charles Hamilton and Corey Guns. So like we did like a parody of them, and like we put it on there, put it on YouTube, and we used to go through forums and put it on forums and stuff like Nike Talk and like different places, and like we put all our videos, but that one I promoted a little bit, and then it ended up getting big, and it got on like a World Star.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and we got like 300,000 plays like
Damn.
on there, and it was like World Star was maybe out like for like a year at that time. Like it was.
So
it was
like too. It was was it known or like too? Like,
it was known. It was popping, but it was like it was new. It wasn't like World Star now.
Yeah.
Like back then they would find videos they like and put it up. Now even if they like your stuff, they're like, all right, we charge 800. You know.
Oh yeah.
So like when that started popping off, like people were hitting me up like.
You feel like it's you feel like World Star is still like a credible place to go to like see videos and stuff.
It's still big, you know, but. I don't think people always go to World Star, but on YouTube you'll see videos with like the World Star logo.
Yeah.
So it's still like a credible name. Like people go, oh damn, you got on World Star, that's big. But people you could pay for it, you know. It's like 800 to 1,000 just to get your video there. With the top thing, it's more, you know.
Yeah.
But it shows that like oh damn, you're getting exposure, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, for us we didn't pay or nothing, you know. We just
actually liked it because I remember like people would yell World Star.
World Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I know like that's just like fights and stuff.
Yeah, they just had like they would put hip hop videos, they put fights, they put like skits, they put whatever it had to do with like hip hop or just being ratchet, you know.
Yeah.
So like that was their swag, you know. And this was like when YouTube was kind of like new, so it was like things were starting, you know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no rules. There wasn't even that much hip hop material. Like there was like they were taking like Smack DVDs and they were putting them like on YouTube, which was like you used to buy like these DVDs like at the flea market, and they'd be like rappers talking about yo I got mad weed, yo I got mad guns, and they would spit like a freestyle, you know.
Yeah.
They have like Redman and just a bunch of New York people. So like people they start putting them on YouTube and stuff. So we would do like parodies of those things, you know.
Yeah.
Like they would like pretend like you know like everybody knows that video of like I'm not a rapper though. Like we did a kind of a skit very similar like 2 or 3 years before.
The rap battle.
Yeah, like we would do kind of like hip hop skits in a sense.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that big until like now. There's a lot more like hip hop centric material, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just wasn't that mainstream at that time, you know.
I feel like more it's not like movie trailers and like Vine compilations or like.
Yeah, because they're getting bread. Like it's a money train, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do like a funny skit or you have a funny video you took with your phone, they could just throw it into like a compilation, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would just do stuff for fun and throw it on the internet, you know. But it was like definitely like I was trying to find more people that wanted to like shoot music videos or something, you know, so I could like just keep going, you know. Because my friend wasn't really like, he wasn't a rapper, but I taught him how to rap, you know.
Did you ever try rapping yourself?
Yeah, I always rap.
Sure.
Yeah, since I was a kid, bro. I used like in middle school, there wasn't really nobody like I knew, but I saw like in the corner, like in the lunchroom, there were a couple people like rapping, and I was like, oh, what are they doing? And I would like listen to them or whatever. I was like, oh, cool. So I went home and like I went on my computer, and the computer used to come with like this little stick mic, this little PC, and I recorded like on sound recorder, and like I recorded, and I go jibbity jibbity da, jibbity jibbity da, like I just say whatever,
yeah.
and I burned it on a CD, and I brought it on a CD, and I showed them like, yo, I recorded a song, and they were like, I can't really hear what you're saying, but it sounds good, you know.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, cool. So like every day I would just go home after school and like record raps and stuff, and like I find like beats. You know, I download beats from like LimeWire or something.
Yeah.
And then like there was a page called SoundClick.
Yeah.
Before SoundCloud, where people would put like their beats and stuff. So we used to like download like original beats, you know. And I would like rap on those and I record them.
Did you pay for them or like they're free?
At first you could download them for free, and then people start putting their tags on it, and then they would like you could purchase them. So there was a couple producers that got big, like 808 Mafia and like Johnny Giuliano or whatever. Like, there's a couple people that made it off of SoundClick, but like it was early. It took a while for like people to get big. Yeah. So I used to put my music there, and then MySpace started popping. So I had an artist page, and I would like put songs and like raps and music and all that stuff, and I record in my crib.
Do people ever like discriminate? Like they were like, oh, you know, like, or like say anything like, oh, you can't do it or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Like, did they ever like, oh no, not discriminate, like discourage you from doing it?
Oh, discourage?
Yeah.
I didn't show that many people, I guess. Like I went home and I would freestyle. Like I used to use my camera, like a camera like that, but it was the tape one. So I take it and I play the song in my headphones and I beatbox it like whatever the beat was, and then I'll start rapping. So then in the editing program, the video editor, like I would put them together. So like it would be in sync. Yeah. So I would like do that and stuff, and I would just record, and I recorded like albums. Like I record like 21 track albums and stuff. But it was at first it was just freestyles. Like I would just go blah 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 blah, yo, I'm in the place, yo, like that. Yeah. And then later I started writing, but my flow was whack because I didn't know how to flow the words. Yeah. So like stuff like that, I got better and better, and then like people like you know, I would teach other people how to do it better. People would come over to my house to record because they wanted to record and stuff like that. So it was like I got better, but I always kept it kind of private, you know. I didn't really like do anything with it. I didn't go out on tour. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't even know that many people that knew how to rap or wanted to rap.
Are you still trying to like pursue that?
Not really, because it's different, you know. It's like I did that for a long time. I did it from middle school to like after college, to like about that time. So I recorded just so much stuff, and like I didn't really care about like promoting. I just like making music because it was fun, you know. And then like I would put it out, but I didn't get the reception that I would get like when we put out like a skit video on YouTube with my friend. Yeah. You know, like we were on World Star Hip Hop with a skit, but I wasn't gonna get any reception for my music because it was just like, who cares, you know? Yeah. Like if I put my music on Nike Talk, it wouldn't, the thread would just die. So it was just like, who cares, you know? Yeah. And I would make music with my friend, but he turned Christian, so all the music we made, he just didn't want to use it anymore. Oh, really? So it was just stuff that I was just like, you know, I tried a little bit, and I was just like, if I work in videos, I could probably like get a little bit more attention. So it was like more worth my time. Yeah. You know. So it just felt more like that. And then when I met other artists, I was like, I'd rather work with them because they already got a following. So I could help them with like sort of my visions, like my creativity of what I would have done. Like I always wanted to shoot videos for myself, but I couldn't.
Because you didn't have like the content.
Because it's like I like my songs, but I couldn't shoot the video because nobody could do the camera work. Oh yeah. So if I gave somebody a camera, like, yo, put it on me, I'd be like, I hate that angle. It's terrible. Yeah. And it's just trash.
You know what looks good, but they don't.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'd rather shoot music videos for other people. So it was easier for me, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I still make music sometimes for fun. Now not so much, just because like I don't like the beats no more. Really? It's harder to find beats I like.
You ever try making your own?
Yeah, I used to produce, and then my computer, I used to produce on Fruity Loops, and I think I started getting really good, and then my PC like just shut off, and I was like, forget it, and I moved to Mac, and I couldn't get Fruity Loops on Mac for a minute, so I was like, alright, I'm chilling.
Did you use like GarageBand or anything?
I tried GarageBand, but I couldn't figure it out, and it didn't have like my packs. I didn't have my packs and my samples, and I was just like, man, I'm good, you know. And I was starting to think like, my beats were they were too spacey, they were too different, you know? Yeah. So I was like, if I get, people like my songs better when I was on like better production, like SoundClick stuff, and not trap stuff, but just like better production, like more like people who know what they're doing. Yeah. So I was like, I might as well do, I didn't like that. I wanted to make my own stuff so I could be more original, you know? Because like after you rap on a bunch of beats, sometimes you feel like, all I'm doing is rapping. Like I want to be a real artist and make my own stuff.
Have a personality on the beat. Pretty
much. And like it was cool. I learned a lot about engineering and music and stuff. And like a lot of the things that, a lot of my writing and rapping and like the fundamentals of making a good rap song are in like writing a script or a movie, because you're trying to figure out like how do I be honest to myself and tell something that's relatable as well, like where people can understand. Because in rap, like you wanna be fire, but you also want to relate to people. And you don't want to look corny, so it's like important, you know. Like you want to be yourself, but you don't want to be corny. You want to say it in a cool way, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a lot of that. Like there's a lot of fundamentals I learned from that, you know.
So you use that same like method to like write your scripts and everything.
Yeah, because a lot of my movies, like, they're very like dialogue driven, and that comes a lot from like the rap I used to listen to was like it was like real rap, but it was more like I like Kanye, like Joe Budden at that time. Like, I like people who were very expressive, like they said how they felt,
Yeah.
Which now is like you think like a Macklemore or something, because there's only people that are really just trying to say like, I got problems, bro. You don't even know, like, but. It was that,
Yeah.
But like, so in my scripts, like I can bring that, like I can talk about myself in a way that's not too corny,
Yeah.
Because like I learned that skill, but like it's different styles, Like music is different. Sometimes you want to make a club song. Sometimes you want to make like a conscious song.
Yeah,
whatever.
that you want to like listen to like when you're bed or something, like just chilling, like think about.
By the time I kind of stopped making music, was like I was more thinking about the concepts, like YouTube, like things that were popular, like Lonely Island. Like you want to have like a concept, you know. You want to make it about something that you can make a cool video, but I just still couldn't do the video. So I was like, that's
kind of how I did like when I parked my car video. Like I had the problem like, oh, where's my car at? And then like I was like, oh, you know what, this could make a good song and a video, because it's like finding your car.
That's what I liked about it, because it's to me in the music, it's stronger when it's a conceptual track rather than just like a random talk about whatever. Because when you do a concept, like people can share it easier. They can be like, yo, you need to watch this video. It's about a chicken tender sub. You're like, I'm in. You got me. But it's like, it's harder when you're like, oh, you got to watch this video. It's about a guy that grew up in Kendall. It's like, I don't really care about that.
Oh, it's about like fucking bitches and getting money and stuff.
Stuff like it's there's different strokes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's cool, but the same thing I do with I used to do with music, I can do it with the movies, and I get more help. Like I can, instead of like, sometimes you don't like your voice. A lot of artists don't like their voice. They feel like they wish they had a different voice. When I'm directing somebody, I choose the voice. Like, oh, I want somebody that looks this way and sounds this way, because that's the way I can envision understanding the story better.
Yeah.
So that's why when I used to produce people, like engineer, record for people, I could tell like, damn, I really like his voice, or like, oh, I like his flow, but it wasn't like he's good at that,
Yeah.
So I would get him to like I ended up being more of a fan of people than I was of myself sometimes,
Because like the attributes that you kind of wish you wanted or something.
No, it was cool. It's just I just knew it wasn't gonna work. Like I knew who I was, the way I looked, the way I sound, and everything. It wasn't gonna work for music.
Yeah.
It's like I can easier translate who I am as a director.
Yeah.
So I meet people that they go, oh, nobody wants to take me serious as a director because I don't look like a director.
Yeah.
They think I look too hood, and I was just like, well, people think I look like a director, so that's good,
Do you ever like ghostwrite for people, like ghostwrite scripts or songs or anything?
Yeah, I help. Sometimes I help people like with the bars and getting it, but yeah, like with scripts, I write all my scripts, and like they have my voice, and like I like to direct them afterwards. So
yeah,
it's not like I don't really write scripts and give them to people because I can just make them myself.
Yeah. But you don't like sell them, or if someone asks you like, oh,
cause I just make it. I don't think anybody's gonna buy it for anything that's worth anything.
What about when you do like Instagram videos? Like, how do you make scripts for that? Like, is it like
for the Instagram videos? This was saying my friend Jesse. He I had met him because I was doing a film called McClintock, and like I was casting a bunch of actors, so I saw he was an actor and stuff. So I hit him up and he played a role, and then afterwards like we chopped it up, and he does skits, and he had like 100,000 views. Like he had a lot of joints that went viral. So I was like, oh, dope. And he's like, yeah, man, but I never had nobody to help me with the camera. I was gonna set up on a tripod, and I was like, come through the crib and like I'll help you out. So we ended up working, and we shot like a bunch of videos together. So he usually comes up with the ideas himself, and he'll just come to my house, and I'll be like, all right, I know what you need, Like I know the angles and what to do. He just has the idea for the skit. So he's cool because he thinks simple, like he thinks in a small form. For me, I always think longer.
Yeah. That's how I am too, because I feel like I can't. Like I would never be like the type of person like to make like Vines or like Instagram videos, because like they have to be short. Yeah. But I've always thought like, oh, like if I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be like more long, like longer. Yeah,
like I start wanting to do something short, but then I start thinking like, oh, what if this happens? What if the character does this?
Yeah.
I add too much, and then it becomes like a longer short film, or it becomes something like that. So I've just been learning from him like what the way he does it and the way he thinks, and like he's very considerate of how people perceive things as far as like how to make something where people understand it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, oh, that's a skill that's necessary for that medium, you know. Like you got a quick time to sort of get people's attention.
Yeah.
So everything's important, like the wording, the font, the visuals. Yeah. Like there's a science to it, you know. And like I learned some of that stuff, and I bring it with me to my movies too, like thinking about how to engage people and how to brand stronger, you know. Yeah. So it's easier to kind of for you to understand what it is before you even watch it, you know.
Yeah. What about you do interviews too? Like when you do your interviews, do you like just like go off the top of your head, or do you like write down the questions and stuff?
I think a lot about things in general. So like when it comes time to interview somebody, usually if I hit them up, I already thought of the questions. Like what I used to do, my friend Edo, like he would do sort of like a radio show thing. So I would see the way he would prep too, and he would write on his phone like bullet points and stuff to ask, and sort of like jokes and things he wanted to throw in there, and then he would just riff. And I was like, yeah, you just got to be ready to riff, you know, and just like catch it and like listen to what the person says.
You never know, like, you know what.
So like when I did my joint, like I was like, all right, so who would I interview? I made a list of all the people I wanted to interview, and then I had like a separate notepad with just questions for that individual person. I had like 5 questions. I'm like, I could do an hour on this, you know, because then you'll pick little things you want to know just based off what they say, you know. Yeah. And just riff it for like 45 minutes, an hour. So.
What about if it's like someone that's more shy? They're like, they don't really want to talk. They're just like, you know, like to themselves.
Yeah. You just gotta ask them something random. Like you gotta guess people like. What are they nerdy about, you know? Like, what are you going to say that's going to make them geek out and talk forever? Yeah. And once you hit that, you can just ask whatever you want. But mostly, like, that, I try to figure out, like, if somebody is worth interviewing, because sometimes if they don't want to talk, they're not going to come through your show. They're not going to want to sit with you. Yeah. So it's like, there's a couple people I asked, and they put me off for a while, so I was like, they're not ready for this, you know? Like, they don't want to talk, you know?
What about the people that they're like, yo, let me be on your show, you know, I want to talk, but they're like, they don't really have anything going on.
Well, I didn't pick those people. I picked people who I like thought were good, that were like I admired, or it wasn't even about like if I liked their work. It was like if I respected something about them, like their hustle or like the way they were to accomplish something. Yeah. You know, I'd be like, oh, you have a knack of like of being very good at networking, you know. And I would just like try to figure out what about them I really admired, and then I ask them questions about that, or we just joke and we just talk about things, you know. Yeah. And you just open people up. You just find out what's gonna make them geek, and then just like you just go at it, you know.
How do you like go about your networking, like meeting the people?
I don't think I'm that good at networking because, like I said, like I would come home and make music every single day, like literally every day. I'll go like I'll go from my middle school. I'll rush home because I know I got like an hour or two before like my sister or anybody comes home, so I can make music and be like, because you're scared. You don't want to hear. You don't want nobody to hear you try things weird. You know. Yeah. You be a nerd or whatever. I hear you rapping, like stuff like that. You don't want to hear that stuff. So like you try to keep it private. So I did all that. When I made beats, I did it with the headphones, everything very, like, introverted.
What about like in your videos, too? Like, you like...
I kind of keep it a secret because it's just, like, it's me. I don't want to show people. I don't think they care. Yeah. So it's, like, I've always been, like, very introverted like that. And then, like, now I got to network. Like, the last few years, I got to go out and meet people. I got to meet actors. I got to meet... you know, like rappers who need music videos. I gotta go out there. So I'm saying, like, when I went out to Maryland and stuff, that's when I was like, I really gotta get out here, you know. I've been working so hard. I had music. I produced music. I did so much, but I wasn't confident to show it off, you know. When I was shooting this video for Mikey, it never came out. And like we were in a studio and this
Mikey the magician?
No, Mikey Marias, this other guy.
Oh yeah.
So like I was in a studio, and the studio engineer guy, he was like, you shoot videos? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got anything online you could show me? And I was like, yeah, I got some stuff on YouTube, but it's not really anything serious, just some skits and stuff. Like, but if you want, I'll show you. He's like, nah, I don't want to see that. He's like, I don't want to see nothing that you don't care about. There's whatever. Show me something that you're proud of, you know? Show me something that you think is your best work. So I was like, everything I do, I want it to be my best work, you know? And I want to be confident with it, and then you got to show it. You You gotta show people like this is my best work. This is who I am, and you gotta express it so that you can get that fan base and network. You know.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you gotta to network. Sometimes you gotta show people love, and then they'll do the research on you. And then sometimes you just gotta be out there. You know.
Yeah.
You just gotta go hard. You know. You just gotta promote. You know, some people they do 1,000 CDs or billboards or whatever, and they put all their names everywhere. And then some people they just work internally, and they're like, I'm gonna just keep making beats. I'm gonna keep doing things for people
until
their name gets out there.
What do you feel like it's more efficient?
What's cheaper is to just keep working amongst yourself, but it's a quieter way.
Like what's like the better way? Like whatever safer.
Whatever works for you. I think you got to do everything. You should do it all, you know. But yeah, whatever works for you. For me, I try everything I can. Sometimes I go crazy and I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I feel like I'm being fake, you know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't want to do this. I don't, you know. Like, this is not me, you know. But it's part of the industry that I'm in, you know. It's part of what I do, you know. If I love to do music videos for this person, I gotta get out there, you know. Yeah. I gotta meet people and, you know, be whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just part of what I love, you know. So it forces me to be extroverted, but the more I do, the more I see people that are worse than me. So it gives me hope. I'm like, damn, that person's really shy. Like that person's shaking, you know. My video is nothing. Don't worry about it. And it's like, all right, like I'm not that bad. You know? And that's why I did the show too. That's why I started interviewing people to keep myself out there and keep myself ready to talk. Yeah. You know, so that I'm not alone in a room. You know, that I'm out there talking to people and showing them that I support them.
Yeah, because I know my first interview, like I've never done any interviews before, and I was like pretty nervous about it because I could talk to people like fine, but like once I know the cameras are rolling and stuff, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, just engage. Like the second you're ready to go, just go whoever you want to be. You know, just be big or whatever. Yeah. Just come out the gate like swinging, and just be like, yo, this and that. Start with a joke. Always plan what you're gonna say that has nothing to do with your questions. Just come out the gate like, yo, what is this? And you're like, what? And just make it awkward, and then you're good, you know? Yeah. Like, just start with energy or whatever, bro. Just be like, I want to be Yes Jules. Just be like, I am Yes Jules. Just come out there and just be like, I'm going to be the Yes Jules of all of this, and then you're going to be like, you know? Yeah.
You feel like she's done a lot for the culture? What? I'm speaking on her.
I think I was just talking to this guy about it because he's done with her. Like, he's like, I can't stand her because of this. Right. But I think she has, because right when she's kind of moving away to LA or whatever, I was like, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be harder to get parties out here. Like, it's gonna be harder to do these rap shows. Now there's a little bit of a foundation in Miami, but before there wasn't. Like, this is before Winwood was really popping. Yeah. But it's like, you don't get those shows, you know. You get Flow Rider, you don't get Extension. Like, she kind of opened the door for Lil Uzi and different people to come and perform in Miami to a place where, like, you know, where we can bring acts that aren't the top act. You know, we can bring people that are just popping on the internet and make a dope show where it brings money into Miami. Yeah,
kind of like the No Jumper of like.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about No Jumper. Like, he opened up a path for artists that couldn't make it to Breakfast Club, but still had a fan base. Yeah. And it's necessary. Like, you know, if you take her away, you take away No Jumper, somebody else is gonna take that spot. Yeah. Because it's important. You know.
Somebody has to do it.
If it wasn't, like, you know, it's important. If you want that interview of Slump God, you're like, somebody do this. You know. Yeah. And it's like, if you need a party and you need somebody to do it, then.
You think there'll be another Yes Jules? Like, do you see anyone coming up like her?
I don't see anybody. There's a couple people that were working with her, and I don't think they don't have the balls to be her. You know, like they don't have the courage to jump outside of their element and be like, hey, Snapchat, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm that. Like, they don't have the courage to be that extrovert. You know, they're more introverted. Like, yo, throwing a hip hop party, come through. Like, there's a lot of girls and stuff. I don't really know that many guys are doing it. Mm-hmm. If you look at Dope ENT that does Rolling Loud, they merged with her, but they're the only ones that could do that, you know.
What about like all the other ones, like Open Windows and like Youth ENT?
I don't know them.
Like you know Daddy Mac?
Oh yeah, you know what's funny? I was shooting a video with one of my friends, and we bumped into that guy.
For real?
Yeah, like maybe 2 years ago.
Oh.
We were just in Wynwood. He's like, "Yo, you mind if we borrow your girls?" And my friend was like, "If they're cool with it." So he borrowed our girls for a video, and then he shot his video. And my friend just kept telling me, "Yo, Daddy Max blowing up." And I was like, "I don't know who that is." He's like, "The guy from Wynwood." I was like, "All right." He stayed in contact with him.
Yeah, like he does music too, and like he does mostly shows, but like his shows are a lot more a lot more shine now because like X and all of them he does all the member.
You never know because you bump into so many people, you don't know who's gonna end up doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a lot of talented people we bumped into, so like Puya, Nick SB, who else? There was just a lot of people coming out in the scene at the same time, and I didn't know who was gonna be there because we were opening with other people. So I've seen all these different openers. Who was gonna be next? I was trying to guess.
Yeah.
There's people I like, but some people they weren't able to, go out there and do more.
Yeah, because I always see the openers. I try to see like who's the next X, who's the next Puya, who's But like honestly, like the way I've seen people like going about it, like I don't really. There's like one or two people I see kind of, but like most of them they don't really seem to like too invested in it.
Yeah, the way I do it, the way I think about it now is I just try to invest in the people that I think are cool. Like I think if they're cool people, they're humble people, they're dope people to be around, they're gonna last longer. Because some people they get so scared of somebody, abusing them or like, oh, he's just using me for this, or oh, I don't want to pay this guy because he's making money. Like they get jealous and they create animosity where nobody really wants to touch them.
Yeah.
So it's like you start too much beef, so everybody leaves.
Yeah.
So it's just like people that are cool to be around. I think they go further.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen this new XXL freshman list?
No, I saw you just posted it, but I didn't really look at it. I just saw a couple faces there.
Oh no, it's like, you want me to show you?
Yeah.
It's like,
I saw X was right in the middle.
Yeah, X. Yeah, that's the first thing. That was the first thing I saw. I saw the white.
The only star.
Yeah, I saw the yellow hair. And
I wanted to see who is this guy. There's a white guy there. Who's that guy?
That's Cap G. I never heard of him.
No, I'm good.
And it's I forgot her name. I know.
That's A Boogie.
Yeah, A Boogie.
Who's the blonde guy at the top?
He's Manny T.O.L.
Nope.
You don't know me.
He's
the one that did.
They put Amine there, like.
Yeah.
Like he got more than one song.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I know. Like who? Who are you like trying to go for? Like, who do you think is gonna end up on there?
Obviously, X. Is Slum God there?
No.
I haven't heard that much from him, but he should be there.
I voted for him like every 4 hours.
I don't care about those things. Those things are dumb. Like it's like.
No, but
you got Kyle on there. Kyle's been rapping since like 2012. Like.
For real? I never heard anything except I Spy.
Kyle's been out there for a minute. It doesn't even make no sense. Like it's just a promotional thing. People pay for it. So there's a lot of artists out here that kind of turned their back on those like Rob Banks and Puya. Mm-hmm. I guess they felt like they weren't getting the shout out, they weren't getting the love.
But they were
just like, we don't want to be there. And now they're like, man, we'll be there.
Yeah, cause
I want to see Fat Nick on there.
Yeah, I really want to see Lil Pump because I want to see like.
Lil Pump wasn't on there?
Nah, I really thought he was gonna be because like, he has a big following. Yeah, but I thought he was gonna be.
Lil Pump is this generation's Tupac.
Right.
I don't know. Who is he?
He just might be.
Nah, I don't know who he is. No, but yeah, I don't know. Like
my girl told me that she saw like there was like a post or like someone said they saw Lil Pump at like Rapids. And there was like a bunch of little like white kids like following him around like yo Lil Pump, Lil Pump.
I don't know. You know what's funny? I was at Islands of Adventure like a year ago. And I saw Mikey the Magician. I saw Puya's brother, his older brother. And probably somebody else was there. It was a bunch of big guys,
Yeah.
And I was like, that's them. I could tell it's them, but it was so weird. They're like Islands of Adventure, just like getting ribs and stuff.
Yeah.
I was too, so I was just like, that's small. I actually saw Fat Nick and like the whole Buffet Boys at a food truck at the Parisos.
Yeah.
The Colombian truck right there on 137.
I seen them.
They were just like it was like that table with Jesus. They were just chilling like just like kicking it back, like the biggest guys I've ever seen.
Damn.
It's amazing.
The last time I saw Fat Nick was at Dolphin Mall. He went to go see the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh yeah.
The one with Frieza.
Oh, the anime one? I saw that one, I think.
Yeah, it was like exclusive to Dolphin Mall.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I went to Sunset for that one. It's like Resurrection or something.
Yeah, the Resurrection After movie.
I saw that where they both went blue hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I don't like that they're trying to redo it for the. I have a problem with Dragon Ball Z because of that. Because they do like movies that have nothing to do with the anime.
Yeah.
And it's like you just wasting my bread though.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of anime because I watch a lot. Like Naruto and stuff, and I didn't really like watch any of the movies because it didn't really have anything to do with like the show.
I used to buy the DBZ like VHSs because you could put them all together and make like a picture, you know. The corners of them they created a picture.
Yeah, I
used to buy them.
I had the mangas. They would do that too.
I still got them.
Sure.
I still got the VHSs. Again, do nothing with it though. But it's artwork now.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, in the future, it might be worth something.
Nah, man. They're VHSs.
You never know. Like someone might like hold down.
Let's hope, bro. Let's hope.
Because there's some like what are those laser discs? They're like worth like a lot of money now.
I still got my Pokemon cards, man.
Sure.
That's gonna come in, man. One day I'm gonna have $1 million.
I have like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I know like those like people actually like trade them and stuff like that. They flip them like they buy like big.
If I don't make it in the film game, I still got my Pokemon cards, bro. I got different Mews. I got a Charizard, bro. I spent like $80 on a Charizard.
Bro.
When my dad bought it for me when I was legit, cause I had one like right out the gate. Then I traded it, and then I was like, I still want it though.
I always had Pokemon cards, but I never played it because I never knew how to.
Yeah, I didn't play it. That was nerdy, bro. If you go to Toys R Us and you're like, Clefairy, I was like, I'm good, dog. Like I like the artwork. I like the holographics. I liked it. It was cool.
But like I didn't know how to do like because I was used to the game, so like I would never like know how to do like those flip a coin stuff. You know, like they would have like one or two moves and shit. And
I want to make a movie about it, but I don't want to talk about it too much because I want to work on it. It's not like a Pokemon movie, but it's about Pokemon. It's about
like the culture.
It's about me growing up with Pokemon. It's that improv question.
Yeah. I don't have it written. Well, so if you have any advice for someone like starting up, like trying to like achieve their goals, what would you tell them?
Just start doing it. You know, like just keep working at it and don't be worried to like show people like an unfinished product, because some people they don't know. You know, like you work so hard to create something incredible, but people don't always see it. You know, they just see half a project and they're like, that's amazing. How do you do that? And you can just start making bread right there. Like we work so hard, we spend so long to like try to be comfortable with our own project that we don't realize like we could be making money right now, you know?
Yeah.
And we could be doing what we love. Like sometimes you can make more money doing what you love than doing stuff you hate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like there was a couple of videos that I would have shot for free that I got paid for, and the reverse way where I had to do free stuff that I hated.
Yeah.
So it was like it's crazy. Like it happens that way. So you know, just try to get good at what you do, but at a certain point, just like start putting your stuff out there, you know.
Yeah.
And like show people like what you do and why you're original, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And just be yourself. Just always be yourself. Like I always like rappers that they rap in their own voice. Not people that like have a fake voice. So you gotta find your voice and just go hard, you know.
Yeah.
Like do what you do, you know.
That's good advice. So yeah, this has been 6 Feet. Where can they find you at?
Find me on Instagram, SpaceJones89, Twitter, SpaceJones89. You hit me up on Facebook, but I got my family there, so don't blow it up if you hit me up. That's my real name, but I ain't gonna tell you my real name. But you probably know if you go to my Instagram, because that's my real name. But yeah, like you can hit me up, just whatever. Hit SpaceJones89. That's on all my joints. If you want to watch my films, you can go to YouTube, Rebel Filmmakers.
Yeah, I'll probably have a link.
Yeah, I got a bunch of I got playlists with all my short films, playlists with my interviews, the Rebel Film Talk. I got playlists with my music videos that I shot, like half of them, because rappers took down the other half because they got scared and they were just like I don't like the way I dressed in this one. And I was like, you know.
Yeah.
So you could chronicle like all the stuff we're doing. I got a 2-hour film called Basketball Friends Forever that I'm putting through festivals this year. So I'm trying to hit up all this stuff. I got a bunch of short films I'm working on. Hit up my GoFundMe. The Instagram, the link is in the bio. Hit up my GoFundMe and send me $20 to support the vision.
Yeah, so we can make some more videos and bring them to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been 6 Feet. Space Jones, going deep. Check us out later.
Peace.